AVC, JD Yokohama, Jeff, back again. Yeah, going into another week of working from home, so the stack's gotten kind of big again. Yeah, just go through this before I start on a new stack. I think a lot of this stuff is like revisits, but there's some new to me stuff in there too. So I showed this a while back, but I got Maureen Tucker, Remote Tucker. This is a comp on it's on white vinyl. What label is this actually? This is on Modern Harmonic. I think I have a couple on here. But anyways, it's a comp. Yeah, this actually does peel off. I'm not going to play it off. Drummer, of course, from the Velvet Underground. So that's just covering Pale Blue Eyes, Waiting for the Man, Heroin, I'm Sticking with You, and then I think the B side is all hers. No, actually, it's not. Okay, well, it's got Chuck Berry and I'm not sure. Will You Love Me Tomorrow? I can't remember who recorded that originally. But anyway, cover a few of her originals. There's like a longer comp that I kind of like better, but yeah, I don't know. This was a lot cheaper, so whatever. I don't throw her on as much. As Sean pointed out to me several times, she's become a little bit of a right-wing nutter in her later years. But yeah, excellent comp. Highly recommend it for fans of the Velvet Underground. Single disc. So yeah, 4.5 on that one. It's a fun one. This is a classic. Monoman Wrecker. Might be my favorite Monoman. So that 90s garage rock, garage punk, whatever revival. Um, so I think most of the albums, including this one, they had like the Tame cover, which I think this is the Tame cover. And then there's like I think there's one like a stripper on it or something. I can't I'm trying to remember how. I know I ordered this mail order. I was probably a high school student at the time when it came out, so that might be the reason I didn't get the naughty cover. I can't even remember anymore. But yeah, I can't remember if it was an option or you just had to be like one of the first buyers. I don't know. I got a lot of their albums, but this is possibly my favorite Monument of the ones I have. Excellent, excellent. Highly recommend it. Yeah, again, very solid 4.5 there, approaching a 5. Don't talk too much about this one. That's a 5 all day long. Talking Heads. Had this copy for years. Probably paid 10 cents for this back in the day. Goodwill or something. Had this for years. I do need to get an upgrade copy. I got this on CD too, though, so I don't know. But yeah, don't need to talk about that one. 5 all day long. Yeah, this excellent 12-inch. This is Gangstar with Guru and DG Premier, of course. So this is what two main tracks, and of course, yeah, this is a single. It's got like variations for DJs, but yeah, excellent. Yeah, Gangstar always good. Yeah, a pretty solid 4 there. It's a single. 4.5. I don't know. It's a single. Well, hip hop, late 90s, turntablism, good stuff. Yeah, excellent Japanese 80s kind of psych experimental stuff. This is High Rise 2, very glossy in its shrink, so no matter what I do. It's kind of like this, it's like a textured, like a fake leather thing going on. This is a recent remaster from a few years ago. I don't know if you can still get this easily. I think even a few years ago it wasn't that common of a title. Yeah, but this is considered to be the definitive edition by the band. I'm pretty sure they consider this to be their best album. It was remixed by the band. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. So this is the product. Sounds excellent. Not out there as like say play Liz Rosella's The New Days or whatever, but it falls somewhere between that and Acid Mother's Temple. So excellent album. High Rise 2 by High Rise. There they are on the back. Get an insert or something in there. I can't remember. But, I'm pretty sure it's just black vinyl. So these good guys, a couple times at least. Suspects, I didn't notice until just now. There's a download card in there. I used to have this on CD, which is I bought the CD from the band at one of their gigs, but I sold it at some point because just I was ditched all my CDs and I'd be purchasing or getting them all back from a friend or whatever. So the Suspects, I think this just no, I think it's called Voice of America actually. It is called Voice of America. Good memory. Okay. So DC hardcore, political, not as clever as Fugazi maybe, but yeah, pretty literal. But they were always a fun band. I have this. I have like a single by them. I think that's all they really put out. They might have had 2 singles. I have to look into that. Maybe get the other one, but I rather like it. You can probably stream it somewhere. So Voice of America by the Suspects. That's I don't know. So it's a very solid 4. 4 1/4. I don't know. Doesn't really stretch. Let's put it that way. It's good for what it is. R.L. Burnside. This is where blues artist. This is where he went to like a little bit electronica / blues experimental. I don't know. I like his non-electronica stuff. Again, I used to have this on CD. I got the vinyl from a friend who was downsizing his collection. The original price sticker from '98. So that's kind of cool. Black vinyl. I think this was Fat Possum, maybe? Yeah, Fat Possum, Epitaph. Epitaph, that's interesting. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting album. Pretty solid 4. It's like Moby / blues, if that makes sense. I do prefer his non-electronica stuff, but pretty good album though. Pretty solid 4. This one a little uneven, but I consider it a classic. Concrete Bloodletting, Course on IRS. They have that kind of sound. This is the one that has Caroline and Joey on it, and Tomorrow Wendy, which is also kind of big. I think they had like 2 essential albums. This is like one of them. Not a perfect album, but very enjoyable. I love it. Yeah, I'll give 4.5 just because it is a little uneven at times, but it's always a good listen. I think this is an original pressing. Don't need to really talk about this. Beastie Boys. I guess that's a DJ copy or something. Cause I can't. It's a punch out. I can't imagine they didn't sell all these. So pretty classic. You know it, but I don't need to talk about it. So that's pretty much a 5. This was a thrift store purchase probably over a year ago. I found this and Gunfighter Ballads within the same week when I was just like popping into thrifts looking for interesting stuff. Finally got around. I've got such a backlog, man. Finally got around to listening to this. It's in the pile of stuff I just kind of have to be in the mood for. Not as good as Gunfighter Ballads. The Pink album, but it comes pretty close actually. If you see it, it's just a couple bucks. It's worth picking up. 4-ish. I don't know. It's one that you have to kind of be in the mood for. This one was a little not exactly what I was expecting out of it, but I don't know. I can't remember if this was a thrift. I think I just found it at an antique mall or something cheap. Jim Croce. You're better off with his earlier albums. I think this one was posthumous, right after he passed. This I consider consists of raps, which are featured. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it has his raps, which he had some basically some dialogue or whatever. It's got a lot of dialogue on it, quite a few actually, and it's got some classic folky covers like this land is this land is your land and so on. Gunga Din. Yeah, it's got some of the the classic folky stuff. So it's a little different than his other stuff. But yeah, I'd still give it like a 4-ish. I'm definitely not going to play it as much as his other albums, but yeah, if you enjoy folk, it's worth a listen. Yeah, I think I only paid $1 or $2 for it. It's an exceptionally clean copy too, so that's cool. Um, but yeah, it's not the one you want to start with because it's not very typical of his output. So yeah, just more what you, the less pop folk and more folk. I don't know, or now folk is pop. I don't know. Classic folk. I don't know what you want to call it. Some CDs. There's not so many CDs this time, but they have the classic Big Black Pigpen. So this was done before their last album came out. This was a live recording immediately before they broke up. So I think they broke up before Songs About Fucking was released. So some of those tracks show up on here. I think like Bad Penny, I want to say. But it covers like some of their best tracks from all their albums live. Uh, Great recording, a lot of fun. If you're going to buy one Big Black album, this is probably not the one you'd want to buy. Probably either just get one of the comps or Razor X or Atomizer. Those are definitely the two best ones, but or the comps like was a Hammer Party or Richmond Extract Tape. Those are the ones I'd go for. Those are only on CD, but yeah, this had a vinyl release too. Pretty damn good. You know, some raw punk with a little bit of a math rock thing going on there, just because they like that drum machine. For me, 4.5 maybe. Not as good as some of their studio albums, but it is a damn good album. This is actually super, whatever. This came out that way. Buddy Holly Comp, Millennium, yeah, Millennium Collection, whatever. 20th Century Masters on MCA. I think I have this from a few other artists. I think I just found this at a thrift shop or something. A super sounding comp. Pretty much got all the essentials. Yeah, this might be the way to go if you want some Buddy Holly, unless you really want the original records. Yeah, that's a 5 all day long. Simply Red. What was this one called? A picture book. Was this their first album? This is definitely one of their big albums, but which one was on this? It had what was the hit on this? I think Jericho was like a hit. Holding Back the Years was definitely the big one on here. Picture book. So modern soul, I guess. Yeah, it falls in that kind of Sade kind of thing. They kind of get tossed in with some of the 80s new wave stuff, but they're definitely not new wave, I guess. In my mind, I guess they just got on the radio with those artists, but definitely more of a soul artist. Excellent album of the Simply Reds. I've listened to over the years. This is probably my favorite. Of course, it's available on vinyl, but yeah, I think this was like $1 or something. Whatever. Yeah, it can't beat that. Sounds great. It's one of the earlier copies on the like so. But, yeah, excellent CD. Highly recommend. Pretty solid. Yeah, 4.5 or whatever. It's one of those ones you gotta get. For me, it's like it's slightly out of my wheelhouse, but I do enjoy it. It's a little bit of a nostalgia. Yeah, this one, excellent bootleg if you ever see it. Pixies, this is the B-side file 3rd edition. So it's about 75 minutes-ish of all the B-sides and some of the more unusual outtakes. Yeah, this is only really going up until the 90s material. It doesn't include the 2000s or 2010s. But really excellent. I was missing was it the purple tapes or whatever, that first album they had on tape, and then they released it again on CD. This actually has all those tracks. Like, I used to have the purple tapes on CD when it was re-released early 90s. So I am 99% sure this has all those, but it also has a lot of live versions, John Peel stuff on here, and lots of stuff from like outtakes or alternate versions off the maxi singles. But I want to say the ones off the maxi singles were the same ones off their very first tape, which then got re-released as the purple tapes, which did have some of their big songs, but they're like alternative vocals, like say Kim Deal was on big vocals instead of Frank, and so on. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is a very common CD, but highly, highly recommended if you're a fan of the Pixies. Even if you're like a somewhat casual fan, it might be worth seeking out. It's a boot, but I would give this a 5. Anyway, take care, guys, and if I can get it together really quickly, I'm going to try to do that, was it 10 alternative, not, what was it, 10, so 10 albums or something like no one else in the BC has. Definitely got some of those. So a couple of people did those I watched. It was a lot of fun, so I'll try to get that done. Maybe tonight. Take care, guys. Later.